Hi, and welcome to a series of videos called Making Selections in Photoshop. Watch them all and you will become a true selection ninja and achieve true fulfillment, transcend to a higher plane and find inner peace. Well, I can't guarantee the last bit, but you will know a lot more about selections when you've finished. Now in this video we're going to be looking at the many and varied ways that you can make selections using Photoshop. Now this is a key skill to learn so you can create great composite images. And you select parts of images and blend them seamlessly into other images. Or you may just need to adjust a specific part of an image. All of this takes making selections. The trick is to appreciate that you have got more than one tool, and these can all be used together to create precise selections of parts of your image. Now in many cases you will be able to select a selection using just one tool. But sometimes if a selection is complex you need to resort to using more than one tool to do it. Now this video is by the way of an introduction to what the tools are in Photoshop. The following videos look in more detail at what the tools can do. So let's get started. So let's start with, where are the tools? Well, they're all in the toolbox, and the toolbox is over here on the left hand side. At the moment it's magnetized to the left hand side of the document, and that's called docking. Now you can undock by going and clicking the top and dragging it out, and it's now a free floating toolbar. If you're a traditionalist and you like having two columns in your toolbar, if you go up and click this double arrow at the top, it'll bring out into two columns for you. Now if you didn't like it at the left hand side, you could, if you wanted, bring it over to the right hand side and just offer it up to the panels till that blue line appears, and it will dock to the side of the panels. But I don't tend to like that, so I'm going to drag that back and I'm going to redock it back with the left hand side. So I'm just going to offer it over, wait till that blue line appears, and bang, it's docked back again. And I have to say I do prefer now working with a single column of tools, so I'm going to click the double arrow to drop me back to single column again. Now the tools we're going to be looking at for making selections is this top 5 tools here. And then there's one down here underneath the colour swatches, and if I just hover over it for you, you'll see it's called the quick mask mode. Now we'll start at the top, and this top tool is called the move tool. If I hover over it, you'll see you'll get a tooltip that says it's the move tool and it's got the keyboard shortcut of V. Now this is for, surprisingly enough, for moving things around. And also for aligning. So here you can see that we've got some transform controls, so we can show the transform controls on anything that we've got highlighted, and that we can change its size. We've also got some alignment controls here, but obviously none of this is active because I haven't got an image open. Next one down is the Marquee Tools. Now this is for making regular selections. So here we've got the rectangular marquee tool, keyboard shortcut of M, and if we were doing things like squares or a rectangle, then the rectangular marquee tool's for you. We've got the elliptical marquee tool for making circles and ellipses, or ellipses, I'm not sure which. And then at the bottom we've got 2 single row marquee tools, so we could actually pick out one single row of pixels either vertically or horizontally. Okay, next one down are the lasso tools. Now the top one here, the lasso tool, is called the freeform lasso tool, and it's just like having a pencil and drawing something on a piece of paper. If you've got a shape that you need to select that's got wiggly edges, then the lasso tool's a pretty good one to try and select it for you. If however you've got some straighter edges on this, like with architecture and buildings, then the polygonal lasso tool is the tool of choice here because it loves straight lines. The third of the lasso tools is probably the less popular one, but it's called the magnetic lasso tool, and it's a little bit of a combination of the other two, because it allows you to draw in like a free-form manner, but what it does is it latches on to any areas of contrast. So long as you've got plenty of contrast between what you want to cut out and the background, it will work fine. But if you've not got much contrast, it will fail abysmally. And that's where you need some of the other tools at your disposal to be able to fill in the gaps. Okay, next one down, we've got the tone selection tools, and here we've got the Magic Wand tool and the Quick Selection tool. Now the Magic Wand tool, again keyboard shortcut of W, it selects by tone, purely and simply by tone and colour. So it's great for like getting rid of a really iffy, blown out sky. One click you can select the whole sky. Now the Quick Selection tool is built from the Magic Wand tool engine, so it uses the Magic Wand tool, some of the things that's in the Magic Wand tool. It selects by tone, but it's also got the ability to select by contrast and by shape. So it's a tool that you can paint with, so when you click and hold it down it will search for similar tones around the brush, but it will also look for contrast edges. And it will select right over to the nearest contrast edge that it can find. Really cool tool to use this. Okay, next one down we've got the crop tool, and the crop tool basically it allows you to recompose your images. So if you've got something that's, like say, got a center composition, you could crop out the bits of the image that you don't want to recompose it to, say, a rule of thirds type image. Or if you've got some kind of distractions on right at the edge of your image, you could just crop that part and throw that part away so you don't see it. Finally, down at the bottom, we've got the Quick Mask mode. And this is a brilliant tool if you like painting, because what it allows you to do is paint a selection. So basically it's based around the painter engine, so you need to have the paintbrush tool active. And you need black and white as your foreground and background colours, and what you're doing is you're painting a selection, and it will paint like a red, what they call a ruby mask, over the area that you want to protect. And you can add to and subtract from that basically by just changing the colours round from black to white. And then when you've got the area that you think you want is correct, you just press the Q key, or you click this little symbol again here, and it will turn it straight into a selection for you. So that draws us to a close on our introduction to the selection tools. Now let's dig into how we're going to use these tools. And we're going to do that in the very next video, called Making Selections in Photoshop, the Move tool. I'll see you there. Bye for now.